Welcome back to another how to build video. Today we're going to take a look at how to build a bank vault. Now this is going to involve a bunch of different redstone contraptions. We're going to have large piston doors, we're going to have security systems, alarm systems and all that good stuff. I think it's going to be a really interesting video and I can't wait to get started. But obviously if you're going to be building a bank vault, you need to have some form of bank. So I've been doing some building lately and this is what I've come up with. This is my rather lovely looking bank right here. As you can see, I've used a bunch of really expensive materials because you know what banks are like. They love to show off that they're holding all of your money. And then if we take a look around the outside, it's quite a long building and that's to make way for all of the redstone contraptions and things. But the design itself is really simple. I mean, we've got some quartz pillars, some stone slabs across the bottom and then some slabs up at the top right here. And if we pop on inside, it should all look fairly familiar. We've got some seats. We've got some adverts for savings accounts that have like 0.1% interest rates. We've got mortgages that have like 90% interest rates. And then we have this area right here, which is where the receptionist would stand. And behind them, they've got that door that you always want to be able to go through because you have no idea what's hiding behind it. Now that is where we are going to be doing most of our work. In today's episode, we are going to be building our bank vault back behind this thing. So I think we should crack on. So, as you can see, we are now behind the door, and as you can probably tell, it's not particularly exciting at this point in time, but we're going to make it more exciting by dropping down into the ground. I've already started my staircase right here, and we're going to be taking it quite a bit further. In fact, this staircase is going to travel down by 8 blocks. So we're going to take out all of these blocks right here, then I'm going to chuck in all of my stone brick stairs, and basically mine my way down into the floor until we have an area long enough. And there we go, our bank vault is now ready to be situated underneath the ground. Obviously, you're not going to build the bank vault up on the surface, are you? Because then, well, it's very vulnerable to attack. Someone can just mine through the wall, or if we're talking about real life, crash a car into it and then steal all the money. Stupid, only an idiot would do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to decorate this staircase right here just to make it a tiny bit prettier. Now I'm going to be throwing in my stone slabs and I think I'm going to use some cobblestone as well to create this sort of pattern. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. I mean, it definitely works. It looks very secure once again. That cobblestone looks like it's holding up everything that's going on here. This looks like a solid entrance into the vault itself. But of course, the vault is actually going to be going in this area. And we're going to have some security systems down at the bottom to prevent any old person just wandering in and taking all of the cash. Now that all the decoration's done, I'm just in the process of clearing out a rather large area. This is a 14 by 4 area. It's pretty massive. And it's going to make way for the piston door that we're going to be having in this space right here. Now, the piston door that we're going to be using is a 4x4 vault door that I designed in 2015, I do believe, but I've been building these for pretty much the entire history of my channel. They're like my bread and butter, and I absolutely love this design. It's super fast and also super compact, but it does use quite a few redstone resources, so prepare yourselves for that. The first part is really nice and easy. You want to go 2 blocks beneath your walkway right here, go 1 block back and place 4 blocks going across like this to match up with the length of your walkway there. Then you want to place redstone dust on top of all of those, then your redstone torches right there, and redstone torches on the other side as well. And then I'm going to place in sticky pistons, making their way across this entire thing. So all of these sticky pistons should be fully extended, and all of these are going to have the door blocks on the front of them. Then we're going to place half slabs up like this on either side, with a block in the middle, redstone dust running up like that on both sides, and do the same thing on the other side as well. Both sides of this design are exactly symmetrical, so if I do something on one side, chances are I'm going to do it on the other side as well. But redstone up like this, and then right here we're going to place a block with a redstone torch, and then an immovable object right there. And once again, do the same thing on the other side. Now this might look just a little bit strange, but believe it or not, this redstone is actually running into this block. It's just the texture of it shows it moving off in both directions. I know that's a little bit odd, but that allows this design to work. So the next thing that we got to do is place 2 blocks on either end and then chuck in repeaters and set both of them to 2 ticks. This next bit is going to involve a bunch of redstone torches. So you want to place a redstone torch right there, then we're going to have a line of blocks, then a line of redstone torches, a line of blocks, a line of redstone torches, and then a line of blocks just like that. And on either side, we're going to chuck in regular pistons. Then we're going to need a sticky piston here, and slime blocks on their faces. Now, if you're wondering what this redstone circuit does, that part in the middle is a double piston extender, and that is going to retract and extend a set of blocks a bit like this. Now, these regular pistons are there to push these blocks back into place when they get retracted into the wall, so it looks something a little bit like that, because otherwise the wall would look really ugly and like this. I hope that that makes sense. But anyway, we're now going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So you just want to place our redstone torch in the middle once again. Then we're going to have our line of blocks, our 3 redstone torches, our line of blocks, our 3 redstone torches once more, then our line of blocks, and then the regular pistons on either side, and then your sticky piston, the sticky piston, and then the slime blocks right there. And for the final parts of our piston door, we're going to do the top half of our vault door. So you want to chuck in a bunch of sticky pistons up at the top here. And one thing that I just want to mention is I'm well aware of the fact that I say chuck in way too often. I can't seem to stop myself from saying it. So let me know some alternatives down in the comment section. I would be really happy to know some. But anyway, we're going to throw in a half slab right there, and then a half slab up at the top like this, and all of those half slabs have to make their way across like that. Now, the reason that these half slabs have to be half slabs is so that they don't power these pistons, because that would interfere with the redstone circuitry, and we don't really want that happening. So then we want a repeater running off in this direction, then we're going to have a block that it's running into, we're going to have another block down at the bottom here, and then a block up like this with redstone dust right there, and that should power both of these pistons and also both of these pistons. So now we have to repeat the exact same thing on the other side. So that is redstone dust right there, a slab, another slab there, redstone dust running around like this, and then we need our repeater, and that's going to be going into our block, with our block in the center, and then a block right here with redstone dust powering all of those. And believe it or not, that is everything finished. We have done all of the work. There's no blocks on the inside of the door, but you should be able to see that when we flick the lever, everything retracts. So all of these blocks will be retracted, all of these blocks will be retracted, all of these blocks will be retracted, and then when we flick the lever once again, everything extends really nice and quickly. So let's do the decoration. I guess it goes without saying that this part is personal preference, but for me personally, iron blocks are just the bee's knees when it comes to making things look heavy duty. So the way that you fill in the blocks of the vault door is we're going to throw in a ring of blocks out the back like this, and then you place your 2 blocks in the center just like this, and then blocks going around like that, making their way around. And you should end up with something that looks like this. So that looks like a very solid piston door. And if we pop down to the bottom and sort of break our way through, we should be able to see the full opening and closing sequence. Here goes. Nice. That looks awesome. So let's fill in all of these blocks here. We can fill in those blocks. Now, one thing that I will just say is that these blocks here have to be a movable object. So that has to be an immovable object, and that has to be an immovable object, because otherwise it will be pulled along by the slime blocks, and that's not very good. But that should be just about everything. Awesome. The door is done and the door is brilliant, but as we established earlier on, not much of a bank vault if anyone can just wander in. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a small lever combination lock with a lever request system. Now, this may sound a little bit strange. We're going to have a lever combination lock. That's a very simple system, but the button request basically means you have to lock in that combination. So you put in your combination with the levers, then you hit the button. If you get the wrong combination, then something bad will happen to you. I'm going to design an alarm system, but you can do whatever you want with that. I'm thinking TNT, I'm thinking flamethrowers, killing the player. You guys get the idea. So the first thing you got to do is create the lever combination lock. Just place in 3 levers next to one another, and then behind the middle lever, I'm going to place in a redstone torch. That's going to be the only lever that I want to be flicked down. And on the rest of the levers, I'm going to be running in redstone dust just like that. But here's the deal. What you need to do is you need to break this redstone right here. You need to place a block up like this and have some redstone right there. And then we're going to take a redstone torch output from that one. We're going to be running it out into a repeater. And this is where you have to make a decision. If you want the button request system, then you're going to have to just stop right here. If you want to build a lever combination lock with no button request, run this repeater into that block right there. Simple as that. For those of you who want to do it the harder way and build the button request system, first thing that I want to say is, nice work. I quite like you, and we're going to show you how to do it right now. So the first thing you have to do is place a block down at the bottom here with some redstone dust next to this button. So when we hit this button, obviously this redstone powers, and that is going to power this sticky piston, which is going to push a block in front of that repeater. So far, so good. Then we want to take a block going across like this, a repeater. We're going to run that into a redstone torch with a block up like this, and then a redstone torch right there. And on the side of this block, you want to place a redstone torch, and then a block with a repeater there. And that is everything done. That is your button request system. This redstone torch is going to be the output, which is going to travel off and do something bad to the player if they get it wrong. Right now, we're going to use a dropper just to test it. So let's give this thing a go. What we have to do is currently we have the wrong combination when we hit the button. As you heard just then, the dropper fired, which means that something would have happened. That redstone is triggered. But if we put in the correct combination and hit the button, we don't get any dropper noise, which is good. That means that we can run the output from this into our piston door. It will only activate if we have the correct combination, and if you don't have the right combination, then it will do something bad. I'm going to show you how to make an alarm. The reason that I quite like the alarm is because, number one, banks tend to use alarms. They don't just blow up or set fire to the person that's trying to rob the bank, even though I think that would probably stop people from trying to rob banks. I certainly wouldn't if that was the case. But more importantly, it uses some nice redstone, and I like showing you how to do nice redstone. So we're going to create a pulse extender first, and the way that we're going to do that is by running 2 comparators across like this, block right there, and some redstone. So that's all done. Then we're going to take a repeater output from that one and run it off into this comparator redstone clock that we're going to chuck in right here. So we need a comparator, set it into subtract mode, and then redstone dust running out like that. We're going to take the redstone output from that and sort of snake it around like that with redstone dust on top of all of those. Some dirt down at the bottom, and then some note blocks, and you can set your notes. Now, I'm going to go super high-pitched here because alarms generally are high-pitched and horrible for the ears. So let's just do all of that, and it can be totally out of tune. The more out of tune it is, the better. You want this to be a horrible sound, so I would say that's good enough. Now let's give it a go. Let's see what happens when we get the incorrect combination. So this is wrong. Awesome! Well, that's just perfect. It's a horrible noise. I'm just glad that my volume is low. Right, now we just have to connect up our piston door to this mess of a redstone circuit. So the redstone output for this thing is from this repeater here, and it's going to travel through this piston's block extension. So you want to place a sticky piston facing upwards with a block on its face to create a monostable circuit, and then a repeater running out into a sticky piston facing across like this with a redstone block on its face to turn that monostable circuit into a T flip-flop. Then we want to place some redstone dust just going across like this, and we're going to run it into that block with a repeater running into the bottom of the circuitry for the door, and that should be everything completed. So currently our door is closed. We chuck in the wrong combination, we get the horrendous alarm, but if we get the correct combination, then the door will open and we don't get any alarm. Fantastic! It's actually working. Okay, so we can fill in these blocks right here. We are now done for this side of the vault. Now we need to build the bank vault itself. I have been busy mining in MC Edit. I have cleared out this area right here. Now this space is 8 blocks wide. It is 6 blocks tall going up to the top right here. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks long right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start throwing in all of the blocks. We're going to have iron blocks for the flooring because obviously that's like quite a solid choice. As we mentioned earlier on, iron blocks in real life, I mean, you're not going to be punching through that with your fist. And we're going to fill in all of the walls as well with iron blocks. And once all of that is done, we will start building the bits for the vault itself. So here is the bank vault. We have got a bunch of iron blocks. It's all looking very solid. We've got chests in place which could store bunches of diamonds or money. I guess emeralds would probably be money in Minecraft. We've got some lamps up at the top. The only thing that I would say could make this look a tiny bit more legit is to throw in some trapdoors on either side just like that, then drop down to the bottom and power all of these blocks either using redstone torches or by using levers. That's probably what I would consider doing because it looks pretty cool. Don't worry, we're not quite done with the redstone yet. We've still got a bunch of things left to do. But there we go. It looks like all of the chests are being held in place by trapdoors. So if you do want to do it, that's how you do that. But the next thing that we've got to do is we've got to punch out these blocks right here and place some blocks behind them just like that, because we're going to be creating a laser security system. Now, I don't know if banks actually use lasers. I like to think that they use lasers to protect their things. Highly doubt it, but I like to think that they do. So we're going to be using some tripwires running right the way across the length of the room. The tripwires are in place. String is making its way across the chest. These are our laser systems. It's not quite as cool, okay? It's not quite as cool as an actual bank's laser systems, which I'm imagining in my head are a bit like something from James Bond, but it's definitely going to do the trick. So behind each one of these blocks, we're going to place in some redstone, and that's going to meander its way around here and basically make its way across into this area once again. Now we're going to be adding another part to this circuit. We're going to be placing in a sticky piston and then a block right here, and redstone running across like that with a repeater, and then some more redstone that runs into that block if the piston is extended. Then we're going to take a repeater output, and that is going to go across like this and basically go into our pulse extender wherever you really want it to. So I'm going to place another repeater and then some redstone right there. Now, the reason that that's important is because we do not want the alarm system to go off every time someone enters the bank vault. Okay, that's a really bad idea because right now we've got in legitimately, we've entered in the correct code, we're meant to be in the bank vault, which means that the alarms, they don't go off. Okay, absolutely nothing goes off. However, if we were to head outside, we close the door like this, and then we flick this lever, we have the wrong combination. Okay, the wrong combination has been submitted, we hit this button, the alarm is going off, and we still decide, hey, I don't care about alarms and things like that, I'm just going to break through. If we break through and trigger one of these, as you can see, the alarm system is fully functional. So the alarms in the inside will only activate if someone is in there who isn't meant to be in there. I think that's pretty cool. So we have it, guys. We have now created a fully functional bank vault system. We have got a secure and large piston door, and also some alarm systems and lasers and stuff like that. I'm extremely happy with it, and if you do want to check out this world in a little bit more detail, then of course there will be a world download down in the description. Chuck it into your Minecraft world saves folder and have a bit of fun. But unfortunately, ladies and gents, that is all I've got time for today. Let me know down in the comment section what you want me to show you how to build next. But if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.